Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be demoing the new e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils. I had to be super extra and I bought 6 of the 7 shades. So I figured that we could try them on by themselves. I'm going to compare the Glow Reviver formula to 3 other lip oil formulas that I've tried. We're going to compare it to Wonder Beauty, Try-Ons, and Sigma. So if that sounds like a whole lot of fun for you, I hope you'll stick around. My name is Jo and this is Shimmers and Pans. We try makeup and skincare and beautiful things, and most importantly, we love, enjoy, and use what we have. So let's get started with the trying of the Glow Reviver lip oils on my lips. Before we get into the lip oil try-ons, I figured I would maybe stop for a second and share what's on my eyes and what's on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna come a little closer to show you my eyeshadow for today. Today in my eyes, I'm using Artemis from Alter Ego. Specifically, I'm using the shades Silent, Thrill, and Quest. So Silent I just used kind of as a base shade to establish like a green base. Thrill I used in my outer corner and my crease, and then Quest as a shimmer shade all over the lid. And that's pretty much it. I also used Thrill in my bottom lash line and reinforced it with some green lip eyeliner. My House Labs eyeliner in shade Hunted from the old Amazon version of House Labs. And then on my cheeks, I have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin blush in Jubilee. So that's what's on my face today, at least 2 of the main things. Some of the others are just old favorites, you know, stuff that you may have seen in the channel before, but I figured I would start giving you maybe some reference points for the makeup that I'm wearing in videos. All right, enough talking. Let's talk a little bit about the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils. So I think it's fair to say that starting in 2022, lip oils have taken a big part of makeup releases, and pretty much every major drugstore and high-end brand has released some form of lip oil, with many of them going viral in some social media platforms. So e.l.f., the kings of following trends and making affordable options of viral products, of course, had to jump in and throw their hat in the ring and make their own version of a lip oil. I'm kind of surprised that it took this long. So e.l.f. released not too long ago the Glow Reviver lip oil, and they released 7 shades. Here are 6. I bought 6 out of the 7. The 7th shade, which is the one that I don't have, is just the clear shade. Okay, so as you can see, you have some reds, you have some pinks, some watermelony colors, and of course some nude browns and some darker browns. So my lips are bare right now, no lip liner, nothing like that. So we're just gonna try all of the shades on. And if you remember watching my video for bold lips for fall, hopefully this will not be as traumatizing for my lips, because the whole point of lip oils is to nourish the lips. So we are gonna start off with this shade, which is called Pink Quartz. And as you can see, it's like a really sheer pink. I don't know if to call it like a bubblegum pink. I don't think it's that bubblegum, but for me, with the natural lip color that I have, this ends up functioning as a clear lip gloss because my lips do have a little bit of pink in them. This is why I decided to forego the clear lip oil and just pick this one. Because as you can see on my lips, it looks pretty clear. So here it is, the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil in the shade Pink Quartz. So if you are on my skin tone or around my skin tone, I would say that pink quartz is a good option for a day when you don't really want to wear a lip, but you want some sheen on the lips, and of course the comfort of a lip oil, something that is a little bit nourishing but still gives a little bit of sheen. I think that this is a really nice option that works with the vast majority of looks, even though the pink may look quite pink in the tube, but I think that on the lips, it ends up being really sheer. I think that if it's gonna look as pink as it looks in the tube, I think you'd have to be pretty pale for that to happen. Here it is, once again. e.l.f. Glow Revive Lip Oil in Pink Quartz. Lip oil number 2, e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Coral Fixation. So this is a little bit more orangey, has a little bit more coral to it, which I think would be really nice with warmer looks. Could be really nice to pair with an orange or a coral lipstick if you want to make it a little bit more comfortable. Again, on my lips, it's not going to give the most color because my lips do have a little bit of a tint. So for me, by itself, Coral Fixation for the most part operates as a clear lip oil. Here it is, e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil by itself on the lips in Coral Fixation. Shade number 3. e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Rose Envy. I think that this one could be really good to like kind of create a berry lip look. And here with this one is where you start seeing color on my lips. Oh, made a mess of it. I also have to say, I really like this big ass applicator. Look how big that dofa is. It feels really comfortable on the lips. See, here you're getting a little bit more color payoff by itself. You get a soft pink. This is the shade Rose Envy from the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oils. So if you want a lip that is really easy to reapply and doesn't require a lot of maintenance during the day, but you want a soft pop of color, I think that this could be a really good option that could work with the majority of looks. Might be better with neutral and cool tone looks. I can see a little bit of a clash between my blush and this particular shade, but not too terrible. Next, we have the shade Red Delicious. There are other brands that have similar shades to this. I think Fenty has a Gloss Bomb Heat that has a similar shade. It's not a lip oil, but my point is that there are similar products to this in terms of lip glosses and lip oils. So I can see how there might be some comparisons to be made. This is actually the only one that I haven't tried so far. And I expect a little bit of color here too. To me, it's a red that goes cooler, in my opinion. It's not really a red that has like oranges. I think that this would be a cooler tone red. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about lip liner pairing. So here it is on my bare lips, the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Red Delicious. All right, we have 2 shades to go and my lips feel fine. I'm just wiping them off with this little cloth. Definitely not like the bold lips video. My lips are fine. Yay. Okay, this is good. All right, let's go with the 2 darkest shades. We're gonna try this one first, which is the shade Honey Talks. And then we're gonna finish up with this shade, which is called Jam Session. Let's go with Honey Talks first. This is gonna be your 90s nude brown. Very much your everyday color lip oil. And again, you're gonna get a little bit of color payoff, but not too crazy. Also a color that goes, I think, with the majority of shades. Here is probably where I'm seeing the least amount of clash among all the shades. Here it is on my bare lips, e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Honey Talks. And last but not least, we're gonna finish with Jam Session, which is a color that kind of reminds me of a Bordeaux. It's a little bit of a Bordeaux one color with quite a bit of brown. If you are more pale than me, I expect this color to give you more color payoff and accentuate your lips more. In my case, it's a pretty nice, soft wine burgundy / brownish kind of color. Here it is, shade Jam Session of the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. Things that I think are important to point out. First off, the formula is very consistent. There are none of the lip oils that feel more nourishing than others, or formulas that you feel like are different from others. Basically, what it seems to me from wearing these, e.l.f. developed a baseline lip oil formula and then added different pigments, but all the lip oils feel exactly the same on the lips. Important to note, it does have a little bit of a minty feeling, but I don't think that these are lip plumpers at all. I personally don't see any changes. I don't feel any tingle. It's kind of like that weird feeling / smell that is mostly smell, but it's probably not doing much on you. So yeah, you may perceive some mintiness, but these don't have any plumping or anything like that. Not that I could perceive, at least. If you have seen or felt otherwise, please let me know in the comments what differences have you felt in feeling. If it feels tingly to you, if the mintiness adds any plumping that you can see, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. So here are the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils in my hand. From top to bottom, you're gonna see Pink Quartz, Coral Fixation, and Rose Envy. Like I mentioned when I wore them on the lips, Pink Quartz and Coral Fixation on me pretty much function like clear lip oils. And then with Rose Envy, please bear in mind that these are heavy swatches, you start seeing some color. You start to see a little bit more pigment. Here's the last set of shades that we tried on for the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils. From top to bottom, we have Red Delicious, Honey Talks, and Jam Session. Here you start seeing a lot more pigment, but if you see them on the bullet, if you see them on the tube, you of course see that these have way more pigment. Bear in mind that these are heavier swatches so that you can see the pigment in my skin tone, but these are probably the three that are gonna give you the most pigment if you just wanna wear the lip oil by itself and you want it to give you a little bit of color.
So what can I tell you that I haven't said about these lip oils from e.l.f.? First of all, I think that the packaging is comparable to other lip oils. I don't think that it feels especially cheap, especially when you consider that the retail price for each of these is $8. I think that it can stand on its own as far as lip oil packaging that we've seen from other brands. And it looks very elegant in your vanity or in your makeup organizer. So if you want the aesthetic factor, I think that these bring it. Here, I'm actually admiring the color gradient here, and I find it really, really pleasing. Feeling on the lips, I think is great. I do think that they are very, very comfortable. Wear time, I would say, is about an hour and a half. After about an hour and a half, you kind of need to reapply again if you want to kind of feel it at its most. And I feel like they work well, all of these lip oils, with other products. Works well. They work well with lip liners. They work well with lipsticks. They work well with liquid lipsticks. I've actually tried them with all of them. And again, I do think that for soft color but still a nourishing lip experience, I think that these could be a solid bet. So would I recommend buying all the shades like I did? Not necessarily, but you know, tomfoolery. I do the foolish things sometimes, but I don't regret buying any of these. I don't think that it was a regret purchase at all. I'm actually quite happy to have all of these because now I feel like with these 6, I feel like I have a pretty complete collection of lip oils and don't see the need of buying new lip oils anytime soon.
Before we go into the actual formula comparisons between the e.l.f. lip oils and other lip oils that I have in my collection, we actually have to establish a dupe. And the dupe is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil in Honey Talks. I think is a dupe for the Sigma Renew lip oil in tint. Look how close those shades look. In the packaging, they look almost exactly the same. The Sigma, this one, is like a tiny bit lighter. But let's swatch them so that we can see if they are a dupe of each other. So I'm just gonna swatch the Sigma in tint first. And the Sigmas retail for a little over $20, I wanna say. So they're not cheap. So if you want a comparable shade, and I would say, honestly, a more lip oil-like experience, I would actually go with the e.l.f. I feel like the e.l.f. feels more like a lip oil than the Sigma. The Sigma, to me, is a lip oil that is a little too close to a lip cream. I was actually surprised to see that Sigma released lip creams not too long ago, some of which have similar shades to this one. So I would actually be curious to know whether the Sigma lip oil and the lip cream are similar in formulation. But as far as these go, I think that they are pretty close shades. So here we have the Sigma lip oil in tint, and here we have the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil in Honey Talks. I think that those are very comparable shades. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. And if you know of any other dupes for this like kind of nude brown shade, let us know in the comments so we can share. So between these two, as far as like the lip oil quality of the formula in terms of feeling of nourishment and comfort on the lips, if we're gonna go e.l.f. or Sigma, I would actually go e.l.f. Let's move on with the other comparisons. We're gonna compare the e.l.f. lip oils to actually the first lip oil that I ever had in my collection. This one is a mini of the Wonder Beauty Lip Retreat Oil. This is the shade Skinny Dip. Not entirely sure if this shade is available anymore, and this is almost empty. I've had it for God knows how long, but I've actually been saving the last little bit so that I can do this comparison. After this, I think I'm gonna be pretty close to finishing this up. So I'm gonna swatch it in the hand. I also think that these are close-ish, but the Wonder Beauty is, no, they're not close. The Wonder Beauty is like a lot more pink than Honey Talks from e.l.f. But I'm gonna show you the swatches side by side so that you guys can see it for yourselves. So here are the swatches. This is a Wonder Beauty. See how much more pink this is and how much thicker the formula is. So this is Wonder Beauty and this is e.l.f. Wonder Beauty is a really, really nice nourishing lip oil, but the formula is quite thick. So you don't get the kind of sheen and the kind of like slippery shine that you get from a lip oil from e.l.f. So here it's going to depend in what you want in a lip oil and how thick you want the formula to be. I almost never wear the Wonder Beauty by itself. I usually wear it kind of as a lip oil base to then apply a matte lipstick or over my lipstick after it's been worn for a number of hours and I want some comfort on the lips and so on. But for starters, the shade Skinny Dip is way too pink for me, so I don't feel comfortable wearing it by itself. But these ones are a little bit hard to compare because I feel like the thickness is very different, but I do think that this is just a thicker oil and this is a thinner formula that is a little bit easier to sheer out and gives you more shine. Last but not least, e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil versus Clarins Lip Comfort Oil, okay? And here, again, we're talking about nourishment and the feeling of a lip oil. In the comfort oil from Clarins, I have just the honey shade. It actually smells like honey. And I personally think that It is probably one of the lip oils that kind of started, and it was a lip oil before lip oil was cool. It's the one, Clarins has the one that I've been hearing mentioned for years and years before this craze started and before lip oil started going viral. Here are the swatches. These are two completely different formulas. This is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil, and this is the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil in honey. So obviously, like, you can compare the shades because one is pretty much clear and the other one has some nude brown pigment. But if we're gonna go to lip oil formula, Clarins gives me more of what I want from a lip oil than e.l.f. However, I wouldn't say that this dethrones this because they just serve completely different purposes. I have to say though, this is the most aptly beauty product I have ever seen. It is for the lips, it is for comfort, and it is an oil. It really does feel like an oil, and it is so comfortable. Oh my God. So when I want to like make my lips come back to life after a long day or after a very drying lipstick application, this is what I put on in the middle of the day. Or this is what I apply when, you know, I don't want to apply anything, but I want my lips to feel nourished and so on. I'm not wearing this right now. I'm still wearing the e.l.f. As you can see, I've made pretty good use of this. I bought it in January of this year, and I'm already halfway through it because it is just so comfortable. Absolutely worth the purchase. They have more shades. They do go in and out of stock fairly quick, but worth checking out. Still, I think that even with that more traditional, more solidified formula of Clarins, because they've been doing lip oils for a really long time, I still think that e.l.f. can stand on its own. And I think that it is comparable as far as quality goes to both Sigma and Clarins, which are close to 3 times the price, if not more, than what the e.l.f. is. This is a solid product that can stand on its own, and I think doesn't really have a lot to envy from other lip oils. I cannot compare them. I cannot compare the e.l.f. lip oils to the Dior lip oils that went so viral this year and last year. My students were going crazy over those Dior lip oils. Like, they were wearing them all the time last year, and they all had like 1 million of them. But I personally have not tried the Dior, so I can't speak to the formula. I have seen some YouTube shorts and TikToks that people have forwarded to me that claim that they are very closely comparable. Some people say that the e.l.f., I did see the e.l.f. doe foot is larger than the Dior, so if you want a larger applicator, maybe the e.l.f. is the one for you. But I cannot compare it to the Dior because I have not tried it. There are other people online that have made that comparison, so you might want to check it out if you want that reference. Last but not least, I am going to throw this at you as an option for someone that wants a product that feels like a lip oil, still with high pigmentation, high shine, but you want a product that is not a lip oil. Lethal Cosmetics Gloss. Lethal Cosmetics Gloss formula feels almost exactly like a lip oil. I think that this is the lip oil that is not a lip oil. So personally, I think that Lethal Cosmetics could very well get away with marketing this as a lip oil and it would be believable. Because as a gloss, yes, it does the job, but it has a slipperiness to it and a sheen to it that is just so comfortable on the lips that it just makes me wonder, is this a lip oil that is not really a lip oil? Is this a lip gloss that has more oil than gloss? Like, what is going on here? This is a shade Nexus. And as you can see, it has a lot of pigment. So in that regard, it's very different from a lip oil. But on the lips, it feels almost like a lip oil. So if you don't want the stickiness of a gloss, and this is supposed to be a gloss, you want a gloss that is a little bit more watery and slippery, not sticky, but you still want shine and you still want pigment, I would say consider the Lethal Cosmetics gloss formula because this is like a perfect hybrid. You get the gloss shine, you get the lip oil nourishment, and you get the pigment of a tinted balm. So I think that it's a really, really interesting product that I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about. And it's definitely a gloss formula that I would like to explore more, but I think it's really, really, really solid. I got this one in a mystery box from the mystery bag from Lethal that I got a year and a half ago or so. And this is by far my favorite product from everything I've tried from the brand. I've tried 3 of their lip formulas. I've tried the bullet lipstick, the liquid lipstick, and this gloss. And then I've tried a matte eyeshadow and a shimmer shadow. And this is by far the best product that I tried from Lethal Cosmetics, and one that I feel like people maybe should pay a little bit more attention to. So again, if you want something that feels like a lip oil but has the shine of a gloss and the nourishment of a lip oil but the pigment of a tinted lip balm, check out Lethal Cosmetics glosses. You might be surprised. I'm just saying, you might be surprised. It's been, to me, this is like the dark horse of lip oils because nobody thinks about it as a lip oil. And it's not a lip oil, but it feels comfortable and nourishing like a lip oil while still giving you everything else that you might want from a gloss or a tinted lip balm. Love it, absolutely love it. Hi, coming from the editing couch, and I'm just finishing editing this video and realizing that I never filmed a proper outro for it. But I don't want to keep holding it off just because I didn't film an outro that made sense. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope the swatches were illustrative of what the shades of the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils look like in my medium tan skin tone. I hope that it can help you decide maybe what's your favorite shade, and I hope the comparisons were helpful to see if, and in my case, well, I think that they really are just good, not good for the price. I do think that they are a good product. I think that they are really nice lip oils that are worth checking out. Again, you don't have to go bananas like me and buy 6 shades at once. Maybe find your favorite. I showed you 6 of the 7. The 7th one that is now here is a clear. So maybe this is a good moment to pick one up during Cyber Monday sales that are going around. I hope that if you like the video, you'll give it a thumbs up and you will join us in the next one over here at Shimmers and Pans. Lots more to come with new and old makeup. Stay tuned for some ideas, maybe with some of my older palettes and some of the new palettes that are going to be coming up into my collection. And of course, we're going to start 2024 with some additions and subtractions to my makeup collection. So after December, you can look forward to that. Again, thank you for tuning in and joining me in this sparkly corner of the internet. I hope that you have a wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you very soon with a new video.